Good morning, folks. I'm meteorologist Jim Howard, and this is your latest WITN First Alert forecast on this Tuesday, October 21st. Keeping our eyes again down into the Caribbean, likely going to have Melissa forming down there as we head in towards maybe tomorrow. Could happen today. I think tomorrow, maybe a tropical depression first. Here we are. There's our tropical wave now, broad area of low pressure sitting over, I would say, the central, or moving into the central Caribbean. Not moving fast, easing off to the west. Hurricane Center now up to a 90% chance that this thing will become a named system. And again, probably sometime over the next 48 hours or so. You can see that chance at 90%. Even over the next 2 days. And again, the big question is where does it go? How does it track late week into the weekend? Tropical models continue to want to try and turn this thing towards the north as it slowly gets stronger and eventually maybe out to the east. There are a few outliers that want to carry it a little further off towards the west. The bulk of the data says north to northeast, with a few of them driving back to the west. Slow moving system, so these some of these solutions may be changing as we get towards the weekend. Not a well-defined current, that's for sure. Trying to find some steering winds late week into the weekend. But anybody over the northern Caribbean, right into the Bahamas, I would say even South Florida, got to keep a close eye on that system as we head towards the weekend. All right, we look good so far. Today's headlines are looking good. Skies over the next several days. Chilly start, warm finish. Much chillier start. We've got mid-40s early, but we're headed to the mid-70s this afternoon with the aid of that southwest wind at about 10 to 20. Hit about 70 yesterday. I think 75 later today. And again, satellite radar, forget about it. Out the door, 15 to 20 degrees colder than it was yesterday morning. Chilly out the door. Look at these numbers, a few upper 30s trying to sneak in. This was back at 4:30 a.m. Sunrise at about 7:15. These numbers will come down another 2, 3, 4 degrees. Maybe a 37 or a 38. I don't expect frost, but some 30s on thermometers at sunrise, well inland, between 7 to 7:30 a.m. Not much wind out there, but it'll pick up again. Southwest 15, 20 into the afternoon. What a warm-up. Take those mid-40s. Add 30 to them, mid-70s this afternoon. And by the way, that's near normal. Normal highs around 73 this time of the year. Beaches low 70s, surf temp continues to come down, mid to upper 60s. High to low rip risk north to south. And again, that water getting chillier and chillier now. There's our southwest wind today. Got a front coming in tonight. Winds will turn back towards the west tomorrow morning. Dry front, no rain, just a few clouds overnight. This will be a drier, even drier flow coming in tomorrow. And again, still gusting pretty good. This is sustained winds 10 to 15, gusting 20, maybe 25 on our Wednesday. All right, big map. And again, all quiet on the Carolina front. Looking good. Here's that front I mentioned with no rain later today. Southwest wind. Here comes the front tonight. Few clouds. That's it. No rain. And I showed you that wind turning more west-northwest tomorrow. There's that little cooler push of air. I think highs will be more in the 60s as we get to late week. I'll show you that in the 8-day in just a sec. The big map, rain up over the Great Lakes. None of that getting down here. Looking good. The next storm system rolling out of the west coast. Target time for this storm and its rain and this frontal boundary looks now like maybe Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. So we're good through the weekend. 75, 72, upper 60s late week. Overnights come back down towards the low 40s later this week after that double nickel tomorrow morning. And then you get into Monday, Tuesday, clouds starting to increase. Rain chance shows back up Tuesday, more so into Wednesday.